Hey guys, it's Kayla, and today I am here for you with a video, a part of a new series that I'm going to be doing on my channel called Kayla Chats. So these are going to be videos where I just kind of like sit down and like blabber at my camera about a topic, have a little bit of LaCroix. I encourage you to pause this video and go get yourself one. I'm drinking cran raspberry today. It's my favorite. But today we're going to talk a little bit about motivation, which is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. As I've been revamping my YouTube channel and moving forward in other areas of my life, motivation has been a big topic that's been on my mind. So I got me some notes. I got my LaCroix. And let's get into this. So I have a few points I want to get to and talk a little bit about like my views on motivation and how I get motivated. But first I have just a couple like thoughts on how you can find out what you need to motivate you. So the first one is, why do you need motivation? What in your life do you need to be motivated to do? Is it a career goal? Is it a health goal? Is it overcoming a fear of something? Is it just getting your act together and doing what you need to do? What do you need that motivation for? Because there's no way to find out how to motivate you if you don't know what you need to be motivated to do. There's no one way to motivate. At least I don't think there's not one way to motivate you for every single thing in your life. In different parts of my life, I'm motivated by different things, and so it's important to know what specifically you need that motivation for. The next thing is to think about, what do you need to get motivated? Like, what forces coming at you are going to help you to get motivated? Is it tough love? Is it fear? Is it knowledge that you're getting a reward at the end? What forces, external forces, can help you to, or internal, I guess fear is kind of an internal force, but can help you to get motivated towards your goals? And then that goes into what motivates you is the next thing that you need to find out, and is maybe the potential outcome motivates you. Knowing that either things could go really, really good or go really, really bad, that's what motivates you to actually try so you get the good outcome. A lot of what ifs sometimes help people, so thinking about like, well, what if I didn't do this? What would my life look like? Or what if I did this really well? What would my life look like? So kind of going into the potential outcomes. And then maybe you really need a reward. So is there something that you are going to gain at the end that's going to help you motivate? Next one is, who motivates you? For some people, it simply can be themselves. Sometimes they don't need an external person motivating them. Sometimes you can be very good at self-motivating. I tend to be better at self-motivating than having other people motivate me, but sometimes it's nice to have another person around to motivate you. So it could be your friends, your family, a boss, a coworker, your haters, I don't know, maybe that's what motivates you. Maybe the people who don't approve of you and don't like what you're doing and don't like you, maybe they are the people who actually motivate you to keep doing what you're doing. So you have to think about what external people can help to motivate you. So that's kind of like the 4 things that you need to figure out before you're going to be able to be motivated to move forward. And then I have some tools that might help you figure out what motivates you, how to get motivated to move forward. So for me, one of the very most important ones is knowing yourself, which seems a little bit weird. Obviously, hopefully you know who you are, and you know a little bit about your personality and how you react to things in the world, but it can be really helpful for motivation to know certain things about yourself. Now, I'm kind of a self-help nerd and a self-exploration nerd, and so I can tell you, right now that I am an ENFJ, and that I am a 2 but leans towards 3, and that I am upholder, but by upholder leaning obliger. So I know like all these things, and if you're interested in what those mean, the ones I just said were my Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, and 4 tendencies. Those are the ones I just talked about. But there's a lot of personality tests like that that help you to know just like specific things about yourself and how you function in different ways in the world. I love that kind of stuff. I also love like retaking it down the road to see if that ever changes, and most of them never do. I've been an ENFJ for a long time. Just about as long as I've been a Hufflepuff. Which, again, if you think Harry Potter house, it might not be the best thing to help you know yourself, but maybe it is. Maybe you really resonate with that, and that's something you know about yourself that helps you learn about yourself in ways that help you motivate. It might be. I don't know, sometimes there are things about my Hufflepuff side that make me motivate myself. So just knowing things about yourself that might push you to better yourself. Just knowing the things that make you tick, the things that inspire you, those are things that are important to know. So know yourself is my first tool. Then you also need to know your goal. There's no way to get motivated if you don't know what you are aiming for. I know we already talked about kind of the what do you need motivation for, but that's really a goal, right? And I've talked about goals before in videos and I will talk about them again. But you have to set a specific goal to be able to work towards it. You're not going to get motivated towards something if you don't have that specific goal. If it's just like, I generally want to do this, you're not going to motivate towards it. You need a specific goal. Know the steps to your goal, so you need to know what you need to do to get there before you can motivate to do it. Like if you don't know what you need to do, you're not going to be able to do it. So you need to know the steps to get to where you're going. You need to understand obstacles. You need to know what could get in your way and how you can move around that. So you need to think of not necessarily every possible thing that can go wrong because that turns into obsessing. But if you know there are big things that could be obstacles in your way to getting where you need to go, you need to know those so that you can figure out the ways to motivate yourself to get around those obstacles. Find your team if you need external people. Sometimes your team is just you. Sometimes your team is your family, your friends, your coworkers, your boss. You just need to find your team. Then you need to find your tools. So, your tools of motivation. So, do you need a prize at the end? What is that prize? I have a goal right now that I am not allowed to get another tattoo until I hit a certain weight limit, until I hit a certain weight goal. So that was the reward is my tattoo. And I really like tattoos and I haven't gotten one in like 2.5 years. So, I really want to reach that goal. So, that is something that motivates me towards that and helps me get to the steps I need to do so that eventually I can get my next tattoo. I really like vision boards. I really like visualizing what my future could look like. So maybe you need to make a vision board, hang some inspirational quotes around your room, hang pictures of goals that you want around your room. That could be a tool to motivate you. Seeing those things every day is going to make you work towards your goal. And then you also need to find the literal tools for the tasks at hand. If you don't have the tools to get to your goal, you're definitely not going to be motivated to do the thing because then you have to motivate yourself to go get the stuff to do the thing. So just have the tools for what you need to do. And then you just got to get to work. If you can motivate yourself and tell yourself that you just need to start, it's going to be so much easier to help motivate yourself to move forward. So much easier. So those are just a few things that I have to say about motivation. I really think it's important to know what motivates you so that you know what you need to do to be successful in anything you want to do. If you know what can motivate you, then you're going to be able to figure out anything you need to do to get started on a new project, to continue on a project that's kind of like been a little bit pushed to the side because you just lost the drive for it. You have to know yourself, know your motivation skills, know the things you need to use those motivation skills, and then eventually, hopefully, you'll reach your goals. So, leave a comment down below of any suggestions of topics for next week's Kayla chat. Subscribe if you're new and hit that little notification bell so that you know every time I upload a video. I upload usually on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I would love to have you around. So, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!